Hello, my name is Ingrid Schaffner. I'm the Chief Curator here at the Institute of Contemporary Art on the campus of the University of Pennsylvania, where on September 18th, the exhibition Jason Rhoades, for Rhoades, will open to the public. By way of introduction to Jason Rhoades and to the exhibition, let's go on a road trip. The first time I experienced the work of Jason Rhoades was at his first show in New York, a solo show in the fall of 1993. The exhibition featured this big handmade garage, constructed out of raw sheetrock and lumber and filled, stuffed really, with stuff bought from the hardware store. There were plastic buckets, extension cords, power tools, soft porn pinups, and there was this monstrous sculpture, the Cherry Makita, a small drill powered by a giant Chevy V8 engine enshrined inside the garage. To say this work was aggressively macho only begins to suggest what a rude assault it was to the cultural sensibilities of the early 1990s. At the same time, however, the work was so unapologetically direct, accessible, humorous. It was practically bristling with invention, intelligence, charisma, ambition. In other words, it was challenging in every way that art can be, meaning that it was going to take some effort to get to know. I was thinking a lot about storage and memory in contemporary art, and what struck me about Jason Rhoades' Cherry Makita garage is that it looked like a tomb, like some archaeological site of the present. Among the objects Rhoades buried in his garage was a book about King Tutankhamun, as if the whole installation contained the story of a life told through relics. Cherry Makita inspired me to include a major installation by Jason Rhoades in deep storage, a 1998 group exhibition that I organized, which traveled extensively in Germany and America. So after that garage show in New York, Jason Rhoades became a largely absent presence on the American scene. And this was a paradox, given that A, Jason Rhoades was a California artist, he lived and worked in Los Angeles, and B, in Europe, where his work was being widely exhibited and collected, he was becoming known as a quintessentially American artist. Jason Rhoades used mountains of materials, pretty much off-the-shelf consumer goods and plenty of neon, to create sculptures that filled whole museums with a single work of art. And like Hollywood blockbusters, these works featured cowboys, cars, shopping, and sex in an almost cartoon imagery of the good, the bad, the ugly America. Meanwhile, back in the US, besides being shown in 3 Whitney Museum biennials and at his gallery in New York, Rhoades' work was mostly not seen here during his lifetime. Jason Rhoades died in 2006 at the age of 41 of a heart attack brought on by an accidental overdose. This exhibition at ICA will be the first major museum exhibition of Jason Rhoades' art ever to take place in America. To help navigate this exhibition, there are the 4 roads, or interpretive paths. Jason Rhoades, American artist, American sensibility, Americana. Systems, systems of value, scale, language, meaning. Jason the Mason, after Jason's childhood nickname, the busy little builder, this road points to personal myth and biography. And lastly, Taboo. Rhoades was a provocateur. One of the works in the show is titled My Madinah and contains over 100 euphemisms for vagina in neon. But these are just inroads, ways to get started. I imagine everyone will find her or his own way into this exhibition, which operates on a multitude of levels. What does Jason Rhoades' work have to say, for instance, about labor, craft, class, about cultural fears and prejudices, Donald Judd and Marcel Duchamp? There's lots of art history to access here. About seemingly endless systems of interconnectivity and art as information, about the nature of the sublime today, about creativity itself. Opening up the terrain is the goal of this exhibition, a first destination for discovering the work of a great American artist, Jason Rhoades.